want to share a quick story with you. One of the folks in one of our offices shared with me this a few weeks ago. Got a call for a potential listing, residential listing. A couple days later, went out for the actual appointment, and she had sent, our pre-listing material to the sellers prior to her arrival. When she got there, another agent from a competing office showed up at the exact same time. A little awkward. They kind of looked at each other, and as they were standing in the driveway looking at one another, the seller opened the front door and motioned for both of them to come in. When they went in, they had a table set up and two chairs, one for each one of the the agents that were competing for the listing. And in front of the seller told each agent where to sit, and in front of the competing agent, they had his material laid out, which was about 5 pages. I think it's 4 or 5 pages stapled together in the left-hand corner. That was kind of a copy of some market analysis and some other properties that had recently sold, and his business card was stapled on there, and that was his pre-listing package, if you will, his presentation. And then in front of our agent was the blue box that she had sent prior to her arrival. And the blue box was there, but it was already open, and inside the blue box, the contents were spread out on the table. There was the flash drive, and she had some information on that. There was the handwritten note card. And then in a folder in a blue box, they had some material that was all laid out. They had some of the brochures that talks about, how to choose a sales consultant and marketing, etc. Had the agent profile, which all of our agents have a profile. We make sure that we get it done for them. So the agent profile was there, as well as a profile of the individual office that our agent was associated with. So the office profile was there. And then in the other things laid out on this table, and you can imagine the other competing agent was at this point kind of swallowing hard with his 4 or 5 pages stapled together. There was the complete marketing checklist and everything that we're going to do to sell the property. It had some information about, why Harcourts and our people make the difference with the 10 different countries and over 800 offices for exposure. And then we had this, now that you're on the market, this incredibly, high caliber printed material talks about what happens now that your home is actually going to be on the market, a step by step. So that was all in a folder, and then the presentation itself with our cyan ribbon tied about, glossy stock, Harcourts with you all the way. And it's got incredibly high quality photographs and information there, and all this was laid out. So just picture now you're the competing agent, and you're sitting next to one of our agents at Harcourts, and all this material is laying there. And the seller simply looked at both of the agents, turned around and looked at his wife and said, well, it's clear to us who we should list our home with, and they excused the other agent. They could leave. Wow. So put yourself in that place. You see, we're proud of the tools we've created. Our agents use these tools to generate more business, and that's what it's all about. So you might want to think about talking to me about some of these tools.